All right, we're about to get started here. Just a few seconds to the buzzer, and we'll start the first period. Stars 3 versus Junior Mavs. We're out here at KCIC. All right. Might be a little choppy, but as I mentioned on some of those Facebook posts, I will repost this with a clean version after the game in case it's a little jumpy during the broadcast. But we're ready to get started here. 15 minutes on the first period, running clock. And we're underway. Mavs win the face-off forward. Brady over to Mason Barnes. Mason Barnes right into the zone immediately. Gets a shot off just wide of the net there. Centering pass back after the rebound. Brady up to Mason. Right by his feet, can't quite find the handle. Comes back out. Jack Phillips pursues, loses his glove and a stick in that play. Parker's going to run that down. Going to cycle back around our zone. Sends it up the boards, looking for half over on the left side. Puck comes back over. Parker over to Mason. Mason's got some clear space here. He's moved into the zone and just offsides. Brady was just over the blue line as we came into the zone there. Face off just outside the blue line. Mavs coming off of a 6-2 win against Stars 1. Big game earlier today at noon, 12:15, as that put the Mavs in first place all alone in the division standings. Stars try to clear, intercepted by Mason Holland. Shot back in, and again, a quick offsides. I'm following the feed a little bit. It does look a little bit jumpy, so we can always replace that later when the game's over, but hopefully it's coming through enough to see it. Jason McLeod into the zone. Loses the puck over to the Stars, and they clear it out. Dash will cycle back and pick that up. Looks to send it up the boards to Carter. Carter trying to chip it in. He does. He's going to pursue that. Riley's hanging out all alone in the slot. If we can get some clearance here for a pass. And the Mavs come away with a great centering pass looking for Riley. Great pass, one-timer, no goal. Great pass from behind the net, and it did go in. It eventually went in off the goalie. Might have banged around off the pad or the side there. And the Mavs score. One to nothing, Junior Mavs. 13-10 remaining in the first. Mavs win the face-off back. Parker over to Jack. Jack's going to carry it up. Tape-to-tape pass to Lefevre. That's poked away. Parker right there to pick it up, though. He sends it in. Intercepted by the Stars. Back to Parker. Great pass, D to D over to Jack. Jack lets it slide up over to Clayton. Clayton goes into the boards hard, but he's up and okay. Jack's got a man in pursuit, but he's going to cycle around behind the net. Look to shake that Stars winger. Tries to send it up the boards. It's tipped away, dangerously slid in front of the crease right there. Brady comes away with it up the right side now. Looking for some help. Turns and spins, makes a good move, shakes one defender. Slides it across the crease, but nobody there. Micah in the corner is going to chase that down. Micah sends it back to Parker. Parker puts a shot up. Jack turns it back in. Mavs do a good job to keep it in the zone. Brady back in the corner there with the Stars defender. Battle for the puck. Squirts out and the Stars have it. They bring it up the boards. And now the Stars come into the offensive zone. They run down the right side looking for a shot. Jack forces him to the outside. No shot. Does a complete circle around the net. And Micah looks to separate the puck. Just couldn't quite get it away from the Stars forward there. But now it's tied up on the sides with Brady. Brady and Micah look to clear the zone. Jack has it. Jack and Micah. Great pass from Jack over to Micah. Micah's all alone in the middle. Oh, and a great poke check. Great poke check by the Stars just in time to separate that away. Could have been a little burst right there up into the crease for a breakaway. Jack and Parker. Parker off to the side here trying to get it up and out of the blue line. He does. Stars come up with the puck and center it, but Heff was right there to intercept that pass. Puck caroms back over to Parker. Parker tries to send it across the ice. Stars intercept, but Jack is right there to pick it up and send it back into the zone. Sends it into Mason Barnes. Mason Barnes picks it up. Shot high, rebound. Bounces around, and it's covered by the Stars goalie. No goal. Well, the face-off just outside the Stars goalie in the first period. 10:41 remaining in the first. 1-0, Junior Mavs. That last goal, a quick check on the last goal, was Jason McLeod from Riley Busher. Great way to get the scoring started early. McLeod from Busher on that first goal. Mavs from the face-off back. Just out of the reach of Dash Myers. He'll have to take it back and cycle around, give the Mavs a chance to reset. Tries to send it up the boards. Fans on it at first. Loses the puck. Brady's in there digging around as well. Puck comes back to Mason Holland, who sends it up the boards. Stars do a good job to keep it in. Jason sends it up. And Riley and Jason just about have a 2-on-1 break. Puck comes back to Mason. Mason's going to send it over to Dash. Dash clears it up the boards looking for Riley. Puck is cleared back down by the Stars. No icing. Icing is waved off. Dash will run that down behind Cooper. Up to Brady on the boards. Trying to execute the breakout, but it got interrupted there by the Stars as they poke it away from Brady. Mason up the boards. Over to Riley. Riley does a great job. Get it over to Jason. Puck squirts away to Brady Brown, and Brady's all alone. Brady puts a good move on the goalie, but it's turned away to the side. Never got a clean shot on net. Brady goes into the boards. Puck's cycles around out to the point. Mason Holland will send that back in. Mavs get a change. Clayton Owings on the ice now. Pass intended for Jason, just skips by him. Does a good job to send it back around behind the net and keep the play alive while we have a few more Mavs take a line change. Mason Holland off. Jack is on in D. Parker picks up that puck. Looks to shake a defender and cycle around. Have one chasing him. Into the corner. Carter tries to go around one defender. The puck trickles over to Jack, and neither one of them see it as it slips off the stick, but icing is the call as Stars pick up the puck already in the zone. Or I should say offsides is the call. Apologies there. Offsides. Stars are across the blue line as that puck came back in the offensive zone for them. 8:01 remaining in the first. Mavs from the face-off back to Clayton. Clayton sends it back to Jack. Squeaks by Jack just a bit. A little collision back there as the Stars player slid into Jack. Parker, cross-ice pass over to Carter, just out of his reach. Carter's going to try to run that down. Puck comes back to Jack. A couple attempts, bounces off a couple skates up to Micah. Chips back over to Parker, who keeps it up. Puck bounces around the neutral zone a few times until the Stars end up with it, and now they're into the Mavs zone. Shot towards Cooper, dangerous bouncing puck. Never quite got to him, turned it away. Just a little stick poke check there by Coop. Carter comes up the boards. Poke check by the Stars, and he loses it. Does a great job to back check. Never gave up on that play. That was a great job by Carter there. With Micah in support. Back to Jack. Cross ice pass over to Clayton from Jack. And back in the zone quickly with 2 stars over the line, so another offsides. Game 2 of 3 on the weekend right here for the Mavs. One more home game tomorrow at Cable Dahmer against Stars 1. Brady wins the face-off over to Mason. Brady dumps it in. Do a little dump and chase. They send it in behind the net. The Stars are chasing around the left side. Good forecheck by Barnes. Barnes and Heff over there in the corner. Heff picks up that loose puck. He's in center ice. Puts a shot towards the net, a bouncer, and Brady sends in the rebound. Shot by Heffernan. Turned away by the goalie, but came right to the tape of Brady. And Brady put it in for the second goal of the game for the Mavs. 2-0 Junior Mavs. 6:13 left in the first. We'll get the check on the stats there, but I believe that was Brady from Heff on that last goal. That was Brady. Text just came in. Brady Brown on that goal. Puck comes back to the point. Dash sends it back in. Mason does a good job to get back there and intercept that. Right out to Brady again and just wide. Great pass from behind the net to Brady. Shot it just past the net, just to the right. Another good shot by Mason. Great centering pass over to Heff. Heff and Brady take a crack at it. Backhand attempt, and Mason. Heff is right there. That was Heffernan to pick up the loose change. Great job by Matt to be there at the right place. Had to stick on the ice. Got the goal. Puck runs down in the corner. Great centering pass over to Riley. Riley crossed the crease. Great attempt right there by Riley. It was a great pass from behind the net. Puck just slid wide. Riley picks up a great pass in the slot, trying to get a clear stick on it. Sends it just wide around the net. Turns and fires, and Jason with the goal. A lot of good traffic in front of the net. Good pressure by the Mavs. Looks like that was Jason McLeod with the goal. Junior Mavs, 4:57 remaining in the first. Puck bounces around a little bit. Clayton eventually takes control, sends it back to Parker. Parker trying to shake a defender, creates a little space for himself. Great pass, tape to tape over to Jack. Jack's going to rush it up the right side, trying to chip it in and wait for, there we go. Great job by Jack to wait for everyone back on sides. Clayton clears the zone and Jack dumps it in. Lefevre and Brown over in the corner. Clayton separates, looking for a centering pass. Parker sends it deep. Back around the corner. Brown will chase that down. Owings in the corner. Puck trickles in front of the net, right across the crease. Slid right through, but nobody there to pick up the rebound. Parker tried to keep that in. It just came across the line, maybe. No, we're going to get a penalty, actually. He did keep it in, but we're going to have a penalty. Looks like Micah Lefevre with the penalty. We'll check the call on that one. Mavs will be shorthanded here for a little while. Dash does a good job to send that puck in the zone. 4 minutes remaining in the first. Carter looking for some space. Shakes one defender, turns around, heads towards the net now. Great centering pass. Looking over to Mason, and I think he got it in. Was that Mason Holland? Great pass from Carter all the way over to Mason. 5-0 Junior Mavs. That last goal prior to that was Jason McLeod from Riley. We'll check this last one. I believe that was Mason Holland. Mason played a little bit of left wing today. Not his usual defensive position, but Mavs get a little extra work. Shift guys around in a game like this today. Stars run that down and do clear the zone. Still 38 seconds remaining on the penalty. Mavs still in control, though, with one man down. They're playing a lot of time in the Stars zone, still being shorthanded. Icing's the call. Even though they're shorthanded, unlike NHL, cannot ice the puck. So that'll send them back down for a face-off just outside Cooper. Running clock in the first. 2:49 remaining, 13 seconds on the penalty to Lefevre. Mavs come away with the face-off. Mason tried to break through the traffic there. Puck was chipped away from him. Phillips runs that down, sends it up to Barnes. Great lead pass to Barnes. Barnes in Lefevre. Taps it ahead just out of the reach of Lefevre, who was streaking out of the penalty box. Just in time for a centering pass. Puck slides all the way through the crease, just out of the reach of the Mavs. Look for Mason Barnes on the left wing, just outside the reach of his stick. Jack will run that down. Jack's playing a little bit of winger. He goes towards the net. Fires a shot right onto the goalie on the left side there. Or I should say the left leg of the goalie. Jack's going to try to wrap that around. Loose puck. Shot by Jack from the point. You can hear the coach is calling for Jack to come off the ice. I think he's going to get an earful after this. He's ignoring the change here, or he didn't hear him. There we go. There. Little traffic by the door. Brady Brown comes out just in time to pick up the puck from Mason. Very timely line change right there. Brady comes out, streaks towards the net, puts a shot on goal, and he scores. What a goal by Brady. Jack comes off the ice. Brady steps on. The puck's right by his feet. He takes it down the ice and scores. 6-0 Junior Mavs, 1:20 remaining in the first period. Mavs win the face-off. McLeod jumps right into the zone, into traffic, gets through it. Still has the puck on his stick and fires a backhand shot covered by the Stars goalie. Well, the face-off just outside the Stars goalie with 1 minute, 4 seconds remaining in the first. Brady takes face off, does a great job to win it back to Jack. Back on defense after the last shift on wing. Jack sends it into Brady. Brady looking to center. Does a great job, centered over McLeod. Backhand shot just wide. Riley runs that down into the corner. Parker back on the point, receives the puck. Tries to send it in deeper, but it bounces off of the Stars' leg and kicks out of the zone. Mavs will have to regroup. Puck bounces in the neutral zone, but all the way across the ice. McLeod almost picks up that cross-ice pass. Does chip it down the boards, trying to create a little separation for Riley, but can't quite get there in time. McLeod jumps through some traffic, stays on his feet now with the puck. Brady in a little tie-up on the side. Backhand to keep it in by Jack. Riley puts a great move and just ran out of time. Riley had a great shot at the net, but the buzzer beat him to it. He put a couple moves on some defenders, and the clock ran out. 6-0 your score after the first period. Good offensive rush right there by the Mavs to start the game. Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention, I forgot to say this in the first broadcast, but thanks to Charlie Marshall for doing the broadcast last week. We were down a cameraman and a broadcaster. And Charlie did the play-by-play. Our daughter Madeline did the computer work. My wife Christy was on the cell phone relaying stats over text messages, so it takes a village. Thanks to everyone who chipped in last week. We seem to have better Wi-Fi out here on the outdoor rink right now, so stream settings show an excellent connection. Hopefully it's coming through that way on the YouTube feed. Just a few seconds left here in the intermission. All right, Mavs will flip sides. Going the other direction now. 15-minute running clock, second period. About to get underway. Mavs win the face-off back. Parker's going to chase that down. We got Parker up on the right wing, playing a little forward now.
Well, we've got wide left and wide right.
Brady runs that down. Puck trickles back through the neutral zone, back to Dash. Dash and Hef run that down. Ends up back over to Parker on the right wing. Parker's going to rush the side into the zone. He's got Jack in the center. Parker does a backhand pass right off the tape of Brady. Great centering pass by Parker there. Brady back to the point. Hef on D. Sends it back into Brady. Loose puck. Jack got a stick on it. Tried to send it back towards the goalie, but trickled off wide. Jack's going to take a shot right through the legs and score. Goal by Jack right there. 14-18 remaining in the second. Makes it 7-0, Junior Mavs. Jack has never met a shooting angle he doesn't like. He likes to take that shot from the wide angle and see what happens. That one snuck through the 5-hole, it looked like, just between the goalie's legs to make it 7-0. Looks like we got Mason back on D. Everybody's mixing it up today. Get some work for everybody at all areas of the ice. Mason up to Clayton. Intercepted by the Stars, and they send it back in. They're going to dump that in and chase after it. Mason's back there to run that down. He sends it up the sideboards. Puck comes over just to the side. Carter looks to run that up. Off of his stick. Clayton picks it up, and the Mavs chase it down into the corner after the Stars chip it away. Clayton and Carter over there. Loose puck picked up. Clayton with a backhander just wide of the net. He really wanted that one. Smacked his stick on the ice after the wide left shot. Can't quite get it out. Clayton does a good job to keep it in. Some good forecheck here. Mason and Carter do a great job to keep it in, never giving up on the play. Puck trickles over to Barnes on left D. He's going to let one fly from the point, and it goes in. Barnes from the point. Bounces it in. That'll make it 8-0. 13 minutes remaining in the second. Onslaught of goals here. 13 minutes in the second period, and it's already 8-0 Junior Mavs. Brady does a good job to stick handle around a few defenders. Makes a great pass to Jason. Jason tries to slide it back to Brady, but it just hit a Stars player and bounced back out of the zone. Dash will run that down. Cycles it over to the left D, over to Hef. Hef's going to bounce it up the boards, looking for Jason. Plays it off the boards perfectly. But there was another Stars player right there to interrupt that play. Chips it back up to Brown. In and out of the zone, but great job by Brady to keep his skate on the line. As long as his skate is on the line, he's not fully in the zone. He stays on sides. It's a great stretch out by Brady to keep his leg on the blue line there. Puck bouncing around the neutral zone a bit. Dash comes away with it. He's going to rush it in. Sends it over to Riley. Riley and Brady trying to do a little give and go. Intercepted by the Stars right there. And the Stars chip it back out. Riley does a good job to back check and run it down. A little miscommunication there between he and Dash, but Riley ends up with it. And offsides as the Stars were in the zone. when the play came back out and back in quickly. Offsides will face off just outside the blue line. 11:58 remaining in the second period. With the win this morning at the first game, I should say this afternoon at noon, Mavs move into first place all alone at 9 wins, 0 losses, 1 tie. The 6-goal total puts them around 95 goals for, I believe, and only 9 goals against. Incredible performance so far, 95 goals for, and less than 10 so far in the league play. Great job by Cooper. That includes a handful of shutouts as well. Barnes sends it up the left side there, looking for Parker. He dishes it over to Carter. Carter's all alone. Takes a shot, and he scores. Beats the goalie's stick side over the blocker. He's looking for top shelf, left corner, and he beats the goalie. Great shot by Carter. Figure out who that pass was from. I forgot who chipped that up to him at the last second. (9-0) Mavs. Brady in a little one-on-one battle. He comes away with it, and Brady's going to be all alone. And Brady tucks it in. Brady picked up the loose puck off the face-off, ran right past the defenders, and beat the goalie. Double-digit score now for the Mavs. You might see the scoreboard in the distance that'll show 9. They generally do not run the score past 9 if it's a little bit of a runaway score. So pay no mind to the scoreboard at the rink. We'll try to keep ours accurate here on the live stream. 10:49 remaining in the second period. Half out on D. A little battle there, trying to keep it in. Puck squirts back over to Brady. Brady looking for a centering pass over to Lefevre. Bouncing puck. Just couldn't quite settle that in time. Puck in the corner. We have a delayed penalty here coming up. The number 99. Maybe a slashing call, possibly. Couldn't quite catch the signal from the ref with his back to me, but Mavs will be on the man advantage for a while. And the last one was Brady Brown, unassisted, by the way, on that last goal. Mavs from the face-off back. Barnes is going to let one fly from the point. Bouncing puck. Carter tried to put that back in, bounced off the side of the net. Stars come away with that. Jason turns and fires. That puck goes wide. Riley right in the slot. Great shot for a one-timer. Bouncing puck, though, just couldn't get it settled. Riley was in the right place at the right time, and the puck just bounced off his stick. Tough pass as it came through the crease. Carter sends a great one right through the crease again back to Riley, but also a little bit of a bouncer. Couldn't settle it for a shot. Riley does a good job to put a move on one defender, then another one. Carter in the slot looking for a pass. Great job by Riley. Goes all the way through. Back to Mason. Mason's going to fire it from the point. Riley runs that rebound down, sends it back to Jason. Jason's going to cycle around. Play shifts over to the left. You see Carter shifting left. Riley gets in the slot. Great job by Mason to keep that in. Carter controls that puck. He's going to take it all the way to net and take a shot. Goes off of a Stars defender, never makes it to the goalie. Carter back to the point. Mason fires another one from the point. Right on the tape of Jason. Jason sends it in. And that was a pretty quick whistle. Pretty quick whistle. They wave off the goal, but the puck bounced out of the goalie's knee pads. He never had it covered. Riley put it in, but no goal. Pretty quick whistle there. Should have been a goal. We'll carry on. 8:46 remaining in the second. 10-0 Junior Mavs. trying to get a different line on the ice here. Barnes back out on right wing, Brady at center, Jack playing left. Penalty is over, should be full strength for the Stars, as the running clock just expired the rest of that penalty for him. Heff and Dash on D. Brady wins the face-off forward. Stars chip it away, comes back to Heff. Heff sends one towards the goal. Blocked by the goalie. Brady looks to center over to Parker. Parker's in a great spot right there on the back door, just couldn't get a pass to him. Great spot by Parker to camp out there looking for a rebound. Just couldn't get it over to him. Face-off won by Mavs, back to Jack. Jack sends it back to Dash, just out of his reach. It trickles back, and the Mavs will reset. Mavs cycle out of the zone. Dash, great strong pass over to Brady, right on the tape. Brady comes in, Parker stays on side. Puck trickles over to the right side. The Stars chip it out. The Mavs will come out. Dash with one in pursuit, turns and spins, shakes a defender. Trying to get it up to Brady. A little bit of traffic right here on the right side, and they'll send it deep. Dump and chase in the zone. Parker will run that down. 7 minutes remaining in the second. Jack overskates that one. And the Stars chip it down, but not going to be an icing call here, as there was a little bit of a one-on-one play for the puck there. It was not an ice. Dash looks to send it up to Jack, just out of his reach. Jack tries to come up with it. He puts it in his feet. He kicks it forward, and we have Jack and Parker on a 2-on-1 or 2-on-0, and Parker just ahead of Jack.
I wasn't even watching the line.
He's got to pass that. I'd say, Jack, you could pass that over to Parker, do a little give and go, but everybody wants the breakaway, right? So, offsides just by a step.
The puck has to enter before anybody else can.
6:12 remaining in the second. Carter wins the face-off. Back to Barnes. Way offsides, as Carter was in the zone by about 10 feet when we sent it in. We'll do another face-off outside the blue line.
Well, if you're down here and you shoot the puck over down that end, it's called icing. So you're trying to delay it.
Face-off one back over to Clayton. Clayton turns and spins. Puck comes over to Mason, back up to Carter. Mavs are all on the sides at this point. Shot and scores. The goalie was not ready for that one. Looks like Carter sent it in and snuck right by the goalie. 11-0 Junior Mavs. One more goal. I think we all get donuts if you take your ticket to any participating Krispy Kreme. You get your dozen donuts for a dozen goals. We'll see if they take us up on that. Resurrect an old Royals promo. 5:31 remaining in the second period. Mavs win the face-off. Riley comes away with it. A burst of speed into the offensive zone. It's Riley and Brady all alone. Great give and go. What a kick save by the goalie. That was a great give and go. Brady put the shot right on goal, and the Stars goalie had his left leg out right where he needed to be. That was a great give and go right there, but the goalie was one step better on that one. Barnes battles for the puck. It does get to the blue line, but doesn't come out. Barnes sends it in, a bouncer towards the net. Riley battles behind the net, looking to come away with it and center it where Brady is camped out in front of the net. Jason comes up with the puck. Jason sends it back around. Great job to cycle it over to Riley. Riley run that down. Looks to send it back, but it's chipped out by the Stars. Great poke check by the Stars. Holland sends it back up the boards with one in pursuit behind him. Up over to Barnes. Barnes brings it out. He chips it up. Stars defender falls down, and Jason's free and clear all alone. Drop pass. And Riley hits the post. And Jason comes back around and picks up the loose change. A great Great attempt to do a drop pass to Riley. And then Riley hit the post. And Jason came around the backside and picked up the rebound. And there's your dozen. 12-0 Junior Mavs. Dash Myers picks up the puck, sends it up to Parker. Put it in the zone. Over there, a battle on the boards with Jack. Jack has the puck at his feet, trying to kick it free. It does finally squirt out of there, and it ends up on the star stick. They turn and fire into the zone. Dash will run that down and cycle around. Sends that puck up to Jack. Jack uses the boards to his advantage, sends it around two defenders. Trying to get it up, and he does, up to Carter. Carter has Parker alone. Sends it over to Parker. Great one-time attempt. Great shot by Parker. Just wide. Bounced off the goalie. Went right behind the net. Parker comes away with the puck. Turns, cycles, sends a shot right through the crease. Goalie turns that one away. Phillips runs down the rebound. Looks to center right over to Carter, but it hit a Stars skate and bounced out of the zone. Cooper does a good job to turn that away. Dash and Heffer back to run that down. Carter comes away with the puck. Good pass over to Lefevre. Lefevre looks to shoot. Puts a shot on net, bounces behind the net. Parker, great job to center it back to Carter. Again off the goalie's pad, turned away behind the net. Parker centers it right out front for Carter, and Carter turns and scores. Duffy to Carter on that goal. I'm still recording it, so I'll just send it a clean copy when it's done. No, I know. Thanks for telling me, though. Brady comes away with that puck. Clayton sends that into the corner. And we got a Stars player down. Knee here for a second. Hopefully he's okay. .127 remaining in the second period. A stoppage clock for the injury. Injury timeout. Looks like he's okay. It's good to see him skate off on his own power there. Be a face-off in the Star zone. Running clock again. Clock has restarted. 1:14. Stars win the face-off. Squeaks away from them. The puck ends up on Lefevre's stick. Squirts back to the point. Holland sends it in deep. Puck sent down into the corner. Turned away by the Stars goalie. Back into the corner. Shot from the point. Just about got inside the post there. It was a great shot by Barnes into the right side of the net. Just couldn't quite get it through. Holland scrapping in the corner there, and he goes down, but Stars come away with it. Got a bit of a breakaway here. A good back check by Mason, but the Stars get the shot off, and it's just outside of the reach of Cooper. That's the first goal. Mavs win the face-off. Jason takes it right up the crease. Carter ends up with the puck. Great job. The backhand centering pass comes back to Heff. Heff pinches down from the point. Look to make a shot. Puck does come out of the zone, and the Mavs are just barely offsides. Dash chipped it back in, and Carter was close to getting back on sides, but just barely didn't make it. And that's the end of the second period. 13-0, Junior Mavs. (13-1) as we start the third period. 12-minute. Normally a stoppage clock, but we'll run the clock here in the third period due to the score spread. Face-off one. Mavs control. Dash Myers playing right wing in the third period here. He sends it up the boards. He'll chase that down. Puck carries behind the net. Brady to pick it up. Looking to center. He continues around the corner. Sends it over. Great pass over to Dash. Dash lets one fly from the point. Hits Mason's stick. Almost a little tip past the goalie there, but he turns it aside. Jack back on the point on D. And Brady and Jack go down, and it's not going to be an icing call. It was waved off because it was a play on the puck, not a clearing pass, but the Stars try to chase that down, but there's a good back check by the Mavs and results in no shots. Shot from the point. Almost covered by Cooper, and now it is covered by Cooper. Kind of a squeaker that just snuck up on him there. On the face-off just outside Cooper with 11:05 remaining. Mavs run that down the corner. Clayton sends it back over. Heff picks it up. Heff's going to send it up the boards, looking for Carter. Carter turns and spins. Looks up to Mason. Mason's got one man waiting and one man on him. He beats one, keeps control of it on his feet, and scores. Shot by Mason, up over the right side of the goalie's shoulder. Great job by Mason to evade one defender and then beat the last defender on his way to the net. 14-0. 14-1, I should say. Puck runs into the Mavs zone after the face-off. Back to Barnes. Barnes looks for Heff on the side. It's a great pass over to Heff on the wing. Heff's going to try to skate around that defender. The defender does a good job to force him to the outside and put a stop to that play. But Mavs send it back behind the net. Barnes back there with Dungy. Turns and spins. Try to get it passed out to the point, and it just out of the reach of Clayton. Mavs will come back and reset. D to D from Owings over to Parker. Duffy up to Barnes. Mavs are all on sides. Great move by Barnes. Barnes evades one defender, goes around, and puts a goal behind the goalie on the right side. Great move by Mason to evade a few defenders there. That makes it 15-1. McLeod comes away with the puck. Up to Riley on the left side. Riley's going to look to center. Puck poked away, though. Brady was there waiting. Jason with the backhand attempt, and Jason puts it in.
Even though Riley lost the puck, he might get an assist there. Go, man!
And that makes it 16-1. The Mavs win the face-off, but lose it, and it ends up on the Stars' stick. They rush into the zone, but there's 4 Mavs surrounding the player that came in the zone, and they quickly poke that away from him. Pass up to Brady from Jason. A little collision at center ice. Jason picks up the puck after the collision. Jason and Riley all alone into the zone now. Pass up to Riley just out of his reach. Great one-timer from Riley to Jason. Ends up in some traffic. Goalie covers it for a stoppage in play. It was a great pass from Riley back to Jason. He hammered on it. Just didn't get through. No, you're perfect. After they cover that pass, there'll be a face-off just outside of the Stars goalie. 7:20 remaining in the third. Mavs win the face-off, back to Owings. Owings takes a shot from the point. Never got through, hit a Stars defender. Dash playing wing, runs through some traffic, keeps the puck on his stick. Eventually poked away from him and sent up the boards. The Stars control. They send it up, looking for a pass. Icing is waved off. Parker's going to run that down in the corner. He'll cycle behind Cooper. He's got Mason on the boards. Sends it up and off the boards over to Mason. He used the boards again to his advantage. Chips it up. We have a 3-on-1 break. Holland and Carter. Holland puts a move on him. Puck just slides off of his stick. Backhand pass from Holland, and Dash sends it into the right side of the goalie. Great pass from Mason over to Dash. That goal by Dash. Pass from Mason makes it 17-1. 17-1 Junior Mavs. 6:06 remaining in the game. Running clock in the third period. Heff and Barnes on wing. Brady on center. Lefevre back to defense now. Lefevre and Phillips on D. Lefevre's going to send the puck back up to Heff. Brady just across the line there. So a little bit of offsides, but good pass up from Micah up to Heff. And the rush is stopped with the quick offsides. We'll reset back here. Lefevre and Phillips on left and right D. Heff, Brown, and Barnes are your forwards. Sorry about that. I forgot to change the period. It's been the third period for a little while. Hopefully commentary made up for that. Everyone realized it was the third, even though I didn't update the scoreboard there. 5:02 remaining in the third. Brady Brown wins the face-off, back to Lefevre. Lefevre cycles it over to Phillips. Great pass up to Barnes. Everybody's onside. Barnes comes in the zone. Trickles the pass over to Brady, but just out of his reach. Brady runs it over and gets it back to Lefevre on the point. Lefevre tries to keep it in. Puck ends up under his skate. He does a good job to keep it in. Backhands it over to Brady. Loose puck comes back. Jack sends it right back into the zone. Deep into the corner. A little dump and chase for the forwards here. Puck comes back out. Great job by Lefevre to keep it in. He cycles it over to Jack. Jack comes away with it, kind of kicks it to himself. He's going to pinch down in the corner. Brady rolls back to D. Great job by the Mavs to shift up. After Jack went down low, Brady had support on the point. And the puck trickles away. Mavs end up on a breakaway, or the Stars on a breakaway. Shot turned away by Cooper. Great save on the breakaway. Great job by Cooper to keep that one out of the net. Mavs got caught. Nobody back. There's a great pass by Heff up to Brady. Brady's going to try to center it back, and he gets it over to the goalie who covers it. 3:40 remaining in the game. 17-1, Junior Mavs. Mavs win the face-off. Back to Clayton, but just out of his reach. So we'll have to run that down. Mavs will reset. Just off of his stick. Dangerous there, but slides across the crease. Jason comes away with it. Gets it over to Carter. Carter comes up the right side. Mavs stay on side. Riley's open on the left side.